goes and gone. Driving. Oh!
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Twin City Sports Talk. It is officially March Madness season, one of the best times of the entire year. We get to be fat. We get to be a bunch of lards sitting on our couch for 12 hours during a day and just nonstop basketball. One of the best feelings ever, just ever. And this is a full basketball show. We have a Wolves game to get to tonight, predictions for that, with also some predictions from a disappointing USA baseball game last night. And, well, the two other games were pretty good, but USA just tanks the whole night, basically. Either way, we're going to start off with our sponsor, Jen Prouty, with Athletes Edge Performance Consulting, based in Brookings, South Dakota. She's a mental performance consultant that specializes in the following sports of hockey, wrestling, and football. She helps strengthen the mental side of people's performances by developing skills like confidence, focus, and emotional control. She works with athletes, teams, and coaches nationwide, virtually, and she uses the evidence-based approaches to complement physical and technical training while supporting long-term development. 605-620-1870 and her website, athletesedgepc.com, and her socials are listed right there. People, contact her. It's a good thing to do. Twin City Sports Talk. Tell her that we sent you from here. All right. We have predictions to go over from last night. And people, we've been talking about it. Mr. Trevor here is making quite a push towards the lead for the point category.
Actually, I take that back. I am rowing. I'm rowing to you.
Rowing the boat. Yes, sir. All right. Here we go. 3 games last night. The Wild did, in fact, beat the Blackhawks 4-3 in overtime. Wild kind of got outplayed in the third period in some aspects, but they got it done in overtime. They dominated overtime. I think Blackhawks had possession for a total of 5 seconds maybe in the entire overtime period, like in the zone. All right, Wolves, big bounce back win, but you have to think about it. It's a Dylan Brooks less Suns team. Obviously Booker, but the Wolves did beat the Suns last night. Good performance, and a good performance from Julius Randle in back-to-back games. So he watched our video when we talked about the inconsistencies with Randle and some other guys. Actually, just because I said that, I got to get my prediction out of the way because I want to. I don't want to focus on it. I said Randle would have 16 or less points. Yeah, that's wrong. I didn't think he'd have that good of back-to-back games right there, but good job, Randle. Good job proving you wrong. Trevor and I both said the Wolves would lose last night. So that is wrong. The Wolves picked up the win. USA, though, USA baseball, Aaron Judge, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Horrible. U.S. lost to Venezuela. It was a really fun game to watch. Bryce Harper, kind of the moment Trevor's been talking about a lot, kind of the moment we've all kind of been expecting from him, pulled through. But that home run is never going to be talked about ever again because in the following half inning, Venezuela just gets the Eugenio Suarez double, gets the lead, and shuts it out. But U.S. lost, and so both me and Trevor said the U.S. would win, so both of us were wrong there. But we both did say the Wild would win. And Trevor got, once again, another score prediction. So that is 3 points in the point category. Now, funny story about it. I'm watching the game, the Wild, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's going into overtime. The Wild could win 4-3, and I'm like, 4-3? You gotta be kidding me. I'm pretty sure. So I exited out on the TV because my phone was dead, went to the YouTube, watched our video, and I'm like, crap, because I wasn't home. I couldn't check my computer. But Trevor got the score prediction. Good job. A couple other, I did get a point when I said Luis Ariz would go hitless in this game. And what was my original prediction? Mason Miller would let up a hit, which he didn't even pitch. So I don't think we would have counted that. But good thing I changed it to this. Luis Ariz goes hitless. Ariz did get a walk, but no hits for Luis. So that's a point for me.
And Trevor also too, for the people that don't know, the Padres didn't want Mason Miller pitching unless it was a save opportunity. I don't know. I would just say you forgot that discussion, and you would bring him in and
Yeah.
go on from there. Not like DeRosa's probably going to return as manager after the few debacles he's had.
Mm-hmm.
Just strategic, and then off the field things too. So Potter just said, "Screw it, bring him in." And what are the Padres going to do?
Face the
Trade
consequences
DeRosa?
later. Yeah. Trevor also picked up another point when he said Io Dusumu would have 16 plus points. He had 19, I think, right? I think he ended with 19, but either way, Trevor, another good night, 4 points within 11 now. And people, I was up at one point like 2 weeks ago, 42 to 14. It was like 16 points, I think Trevor had. You've doubled them since then. So kudos to Trevor. There's our predictions. We're going to be doing the Wolves game at the end of the episode. Wolves have the Jazz tonight in Utah. Yeah. So first, before we get to the predictions, we got to get to Trevor and my brackets for March Madness. Yeah, and it's going to be fun. Games start tomorrow. We have Miami, Ohio versus SMU in the first four tonight. People, if anyone didn't watch the two games from last night, go watch the highlights. Both first four games last night between UMBC and Howard, and then Texas and NC State, both of them buzzer beater, game-winning shots. It was super fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, if you're into March Madness, you probably watch those games, so I don't even have to tell anyone to go watch them. Either way, there's the standings on the right for our predictions. As I get, well, actually, okay, to kind of explain what we're doing here, couple new rules. We are combining the March Madness bracket prediction type episode thing into our prediction points. And here's the rules for it. I have it pulled up now. All right. There's going to be multiple different ways Trevor and I can get points into our point category on our predictions. First off, it's going to be a bracket percentage winner. Okay, like all of the games combined, whoever had the better winning percentage between me and Trevor will get 4 points. It's like a competition here, head on head against each other. Same thing specifically for the round of 64. Round of 64 percentage of the winners, whoever wins that, so we'll be able to tell that here in the next couple days, gets 3 points in the point category. And then the interesting ones here, we can make multiple. You don't need to just stick with one for the round of 64 upsets, but which teams we think 11 seed or lower, or I guess I should say higher, 11 seed, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16s will beat their team in the round of 64. Not like make a run, because that's for our next one, but we can make as many predictions for the round of 64 upsets. And then we're going to be making one Cinderella team that is a 10 seed or lower that makes, and by quantifying it, a Cinderella run, in our opinion, is they make the Sweet 16. So they have to win 2 games. And for a 10 seed or lower, that's a tough task, obviously. And there's a few good candidates. There always is. It's March Madness. So there's our, I guess, rules for that and how we're going to go about this. And we already filled out our brackets. So I'm just going to display them on the screen here. We'll start with mine. Get the good one out of the way. No, I'm kidding.
The good one.
As I'm pulling it up. Also, how many points do you think we get if we get the winner of the whole thing right? Like, just we get the winner. I'd say just 10 points still, because most likely the winner will be one of the higher seeded teams. So it's less.
4 points was overall success rate, right?
Yeah.
Like overall correct picks percentage.
The bracket percentage winners. Yeah.
Yeah. 10 is cool.
Yeah. 10 for if we get the exact winner of the whole tournament right. Here's my bracket, people. I'll just say right now, I got Houston winning it all. And my final 4, BYU versus Alabama, UConn versus Houston. I need a little bit of a run in there. And BYU, they have the tools to do it. They got the 3-point shooting. They're good on defense. AJ, I forget how to say his last name, but the freshman, true freshman, he was the top recruit in the country at BYU. AJ, D. His last name starts with a D. I'll just call him AJD. A three-letter
I do not
syllable.
know.
Yeah, I forget how to. I've heard it so many times, I just forget. Either way, nothing really special up in the East. I do have South Florida beating Louisville. I do have UCF beating UCLA. It's just if the Gophers can almost beat UCLA, and I think the Gophers easily could,
Sure.
UCF can. So I got UConn obviously making a run. They're my Final Four, beating Duke in the Elite Eight. St. John's loses to Duke. Nothing too special there. But if you go to my West here, I got Arizona making the Elite Eight, but a little bit down from there. I have High Point beating Wisconsin, the 12 versus 5 common upset, the stuff we see every year, 12 versus 5. And then I also have High Point beating Arkansas, the 4 seed. High Point is built. Trevor just mentioned he just saw like how built they are before the episode here, but High Point has everything you need. 3-point shooting. They don't turn the ball over. They're good defensively, active. But I do have them eventually losing to Arizona in the Sweet 16. But High Point, I think, will make a little run. Other than that, BYU is my team out of the West, just like I said in the Final Four. Nothing other special there. Purdue will not blow a huge upset against Queens. Miami, Gonzaga, and now we go down to my Midwest. So people, I'm a Vols fan, but I can't be biased. The Vols did not make my Final Four, but Tennessee has a chance. People, don't overlook them. Nothing too special. I do have St. Louis beating Georgia as the 8-9 game. And then Akron. I have Akron beating Texas Tech. Okay, Akron's
LeBron James University. Not really, but sort of.
Yeah. Alabama, I do have Tennessee beating, but that's a sneaky one. Miami, Ohio, one of the most storied teams this year, finished 31-1. Their only loss was the last game of the season.
UMass, right?
Yeah, UMass was the last game of the season for Miami, Ohio, and they're playing tonight in the first 4. Could be a challenge for Tennessee, but Virginia, Kentucky, really no upsets. Anything to note in the bottom half there. If we go down to the South bracket, Florida, nothing too special here. I have North Carolina beating VCU. That's an upset watch for sure, but I don't think I have any big upsets here. I was really debating McNeese over Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt is just built like an NBA roster. Big center, very active guards, good shooting. Either way, Trevor and I have a very big connection to the Idaho Vandals, so we would both love to see. We're not going to say what the connection is, but the Idaho Vandals we'd just love. That would be the best 15 upset ever.
Yeah,
But they're facing my eventual winner in the bracket. I do have Nebraska. I guess this is something to note. I have Nebraska beating Vandy, and I have them beating Florida, but I have them losing in the Elite Eight to Houston. So I guess that would be a thing to note. But Houston beats Alabama in the championship in Indianapolis with a total points of 130. So there it is. There's my bracket as we pull Trevor's up. All right. And Trevor will go through his bracket in a second after I get it pulled up right now. Boom.
Ooh, there we go.
East. Not a ton. I mean,
honestly, I didn't pick a whole lot of upsets. I noted them.
Mm-hmm.
You know this bracket more than me, so I know if I didn't miss anyone, and if I got everyone. So I got 11 South Florida.
Yep.
Over number 6 Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason for that, used to be a Kentucky fan. Not anymore. I don't know. It's
big rivals there.
Long story short, grew up having cable TV. Parents got rid of it because they didn't want to pay for cable that keeps going up in price.
Yeah.
Kentucky was always on Channel 4, CBS. So that kind of became my second team with the Gophers. Kentucky, Louisville, rival. So can't pick Louisville. So I got South Florida winning that. I think I also have another 11 seed VCU.
Yeah, that's down here. VCU is playing North Carolina.
Yeah,
don't
really know why I picked it. It just did got to pick an upset. So have VCU. I guess the only argument can be, I don't know who North Carolina's coach is.
Who North Carolina's coach is?
Right. my gosh, I'm drawing a brain fart. Who was North Carolina's coach? His name?
Roy Williams was the old one.
Roy Williams. So he's gone. North Carolina's not the same. I don't know. I don't know a thing about North Carolina or
Close to the same,
VCU. If I do remember, though, I think VCU is a high free throw percentage team. So the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander University, if I remember correctly there. So if you foul them, they'll make you pay out the line like Shea does to get his 20-point streaks every game. So yeah, VCU over North Carolina. And then I got High Point.
Boom.
Like that torch, like mentioned, averaged 90 points a game. I think it was one of the highest scoring.
Yep.
And they don't turn the ball over either, if I remember correctly. They're like one of the least turnovers per game. So got to pick Wisconsin or pick against Wisconsin every time because Garden rolled that boat.
Row the boat.
And then 11, I didn't.
Texas over BYU.
When I picked this, they played, so BYU's got a slight rust, but I don't really think that should matter too much. But yeah, I do have Texas pulling through again over BYU. And then honestly, I think for the most of it, it's kind of
you don't have any upsets down here except St. Louis beating Georgia, bigger school for smaller school.
I was hesitant for the round of 32, the VCU Illinois game.
Yeah,
I was leaning towards VCU just because I wanted to get like one kind of shocker.
One Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
In the Sweet 16, but I don't know. I don't see that happening.
One thing to note, I mean, I want to note it, but because Trevor had my Vols going farther than I did. One thing to note, I mean, they are a 6th seed. You have them beating Iowa State and Virginia, a 2 and 3. Yeah, okay. Tennessee would have a tough road, obviously losing to Michigan here.
And then going back to Tennessee first round, I fully expect SMU to win.
Okay, yeah. So we will see tonight.
I think Miami, Ohio is going to go from undefeated to a 2-game losing streak to another year. Still a phenomenal year. I just don't really take them seriously.
Yeah.
When it comes to March Madness, when you're playing an SEC school like Tennessee.
Yeah.
Because Tennessee's been good for, gosh knows how many years
now. 8 in a row.
So even if Miami, Ohio can get into that game, don't see it happening. But if they do, I don't see any chance they beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then as we
here is your Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no surprises. Honestly, do you even know the stats here? Like, how often is it that 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds make it? I feel like it.
Well, didn't last year all of the number 1 seeds make it?
Kind of thought.
I wanted to note this real quick.
That is where I was leaning towards.
I wanted to note this real quick. Is
Vega, Michigan?
Yeah, it's the NIL stuff is ruining March Madness. We saw it last year. I'm pretty sure there was 3 outright upsets. Last year was incredibly boring with no, like, I mean, you're not usually going to see a 2 versus 15 upset, but like you will almost always get
like 10-7,
like 10-7, 12-5s, like even like
no one cares about 9-8. I mean, 9's an upset technically, but no one really counts it.
The 9-8 games are always like Clemson, Iowa, 2 Power 4 schools, Ohio State, TCU. But either way, like last year we saw it. Last year, I think it was all the number 1 seeds made the Final Four. It's all of the good players that we could see on like a smaller school any given year that like carries that team and has the chance. Like John Morant when he was at Murray State, and he went and I think he carried them to the Sweet 16. But it's John Morant. At this day and age in college basketball, with John Morant, he would never be at Murray State. He would be at like. It would be a Duke or Florida or anybody, one of the big dogs. But it's ruining it. The fun and special side of March Madness is getting ruined by it. So this bracket you made with not a ton of upsets is probably more realistic than mine, I'd say, based on last year and like it's the same thing this year.
I kind of honestly forgot to tell you bring it up right now. I kind of did forget how boring last year was for upsets.
It was so bad.
But yeah, I mean, for the NIL sake, it's pretty much until it gets fixed or modified. and like more balanced out. You can
Mm-hmm.
basically treat college basketball and college football as the minor leagues to the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah,
Yep.
NFL.
Yep.
Because even the XFL, how many of those guys I know? Jalen Redmond, he made the jump. The very few players have a good year in the XFL. They might make a preseason roster and all, but I
Mm-hmm.
think it's very minimal percentage of the top players in the XFL league then turn into an NFL team where they're becoming, not that they have to become a star or anything, but where they become a regular rotational player
Mm-hmm.
or a starter in general. So
Yeah,
yeah,
real.
NIL is getting out of stake.
Yeah,
It's kind of
I have
frustrating.
last year's tournament pulled up. Let me read you
Yep.
this. I'm just gonna go very quickly, all the games. 1 seed 1, 9, 5, 4, 6, 3, 10, and 2 in the East portion, which there's one upset. It's 10 versus 7. New Mexico beat Marquette, which that's not even like a huge, it's two non-power schools. Marquette's in a good Big East college basketball conference, but
Yeah.
that's not even that big of an upset. And then you go down 1 Florida, 8 UConn, not upsets. Colorado State beat Memphis. That was the first game of the entire tournament last year. But Maryland, no upset. Drake, this was a big one. Drake beat Missouri. That was one of the upsets there. Texas Tech, Arkansas, but that was Arkansas at 10 and Kansas at 7. So another two big schools. That one doesn't really matter. St. John's won there. They were the 2 seed. And then we go over to the West. Duke, Baylor, Oregon, Arizona, BYU, Wisconsin, St. Mary, Bama, not one upset. Every higher ranked team won there. Houston, Gonzaga, McNeese beat Clemson. That was the 12 versus 5 last year. But then Purdue won, Illinois won, Kentucky won, UCLA, Tennessee, one upset. And I'm even counting the 8 and 9 ones. There was 4 upsets in like counting 8 and 9s, 10 and 7 games, 4 of them in all of the round of 64 there. And I was right. The final 4 was all the 1 seeds: Auburn, Florida, Houston, Duke. Florida, Houston, obviously being the national championship, and Florida won. Now, if we zone out to the Elite 8, it was Auburn 1 versus 2 Michigan State, 1 Florida versus 3 Texas Tech, 1 Duke versus 2 Alabama, 1 Houston versus 2 Tennessee. It was so boring. So boring. I don't want it to be like that. It just takes the special
It
UMB
defeats
like
it defeats the whole March Madness
that's a great way to put it.
twist.
Literally the feeling about it. Yeah. It's just not interesting to watch too. Like you watch to see Furman beat Virginia as a 13 seed and on a game winner, and you're going insane. But then even if the higher up teams win on say in this tournament, say Houston beats Idaho on a game winning shot, it's just still not interesting because the 2 seed still wins. It's just it's not interesting. But yeah, they'll get it figured out once it fails again this year. Their ratings, and this is like a legit truth, their ratings will go down if the special side of March is upsets and fun games, big time players on small time market teams in smaller conferences. The ratings will go down.
Like North Carolina State, right? 2 years ago, and they had Final
the
Four
big
run.
dude.
The big dude too, but
I
just in
forget.
general, the team success.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was Final Four, right?
Yeah, but look at Loyola Chicago back in 2018.
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean. They made the Final Four, didn't they? Yeah, they made the Final Four. Yes, they did. They were playing in the US Bank Stadium or whatever.
Elite 8.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I gotta look that one up quick because this is March Madness, we gotta reminisce on the good times. It was kind of fun watching UMBC last night because they were the first 16 over 1.
That's when I was my middle school, high school phase of Kentucky basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Elite 8. Yeah, their perfect season when Drake May's older brother, Luke May, hit the buzzer beater shot against the Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
I think you had the Harrison twins, Tyler Ulis, point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they had that 10-man rotation where everyone could have been a starter, and they just kind of put platooned a lot of guys. Anyways, that perfect season. Elite Eight, Final Four, but yeah, the devastating buzzer beater loss. North Carolina over Kentucky. Which you look at
Yep.
it now seeing what Jake May's turned into, becoming one of the up and coming star quarterbacks for the next many years to come. And it was his brother that did it. The clutch gene.
Oh yeah.
Not clutch come Super Bowl time. At least yet. But no, I mean, you're right. What was the one you were looking up though?
Yeah, Loyola, this was just a time to be alive right here. Not for me because they beat Tennessee, but we're not going to mention that one. But this was so crazy. Round of 64, they were the 11th seed. They played number 6 Miami, won on a buzzer beater to end the game. 0 time left, 64-62. Then they had a tough road. They played Tennessee in the round of 32. This still hurts. I mean, I was happy for Loyola, but it hurts. They beat Tennessee 63-62 on a game-winning shot with 0 time left. Sweet 16, they had kind of 2 Cinderella runs. Nevada was the 7 seed going in, and so it was Nevada versus Loyola Chicago in the Sweet 16. Very fun game. Loyola won 69-65, 4-point game there. But then the Elite Eight, they played Kansas State and dominated them 78-62. And then in the Final Four, they played number 3 Michigan, and they held a 7-point lead at halftime. I forgot about that. I didn't realize that.
Honestly, I don't remember the game. I just remember like the run.
The whole run, yeah. They had a 7-point lead at halftime. They ended up losing 69-57. Just couldn't get it going in the second half. But what a run. And the chances we'll see that this year, I'd put it at 0. I guarantee you. It's March Madness. I'll give you 1%, people, maybe. But it just doesn't work like this anymore. Because if something like this happened to New Hope or New Hope, what is the team that we're taking against Wisconsin?
High Point.
High Point. I said New Hope, the town in Minnesota. Oh man, High Point. Like, say this happens to High Point, all 5 of their starters, if they're not graduated, they are going to a Power 4 school. They're going to give them absurd amount of money. It just does not work like this anymore. So, it stinks.
No, you are right on with the whole NIL thing.
Yeah, I had to talk about it.
Hopefully, or good thing is we jinx it.
Yes.
And then we turned it into fun. So if this doesn't happen, we all need to thank you now ahead of time for being the anti-jinx and making it what it's supposed to be, madness.
Yes. Yeah, March Madness, not March Contemporary. All right. Here's where we're gonna we kind of already went through it, unless you have any different ones that you
I like that
off the record. But I'll start with mine for the round of 64 here. My upsets, I have them written down here, were Akron. And again, for however many we get here, it'll be 2 points for each one we get, because I don't want to get it too out of reach because there's a good chance these could happen. Akron, but High Point, that's one of my upsets here. And then South Florida. Those are my teams I'm most confident in, 11 seed or lower, to win in the next few days in the round of 64. All right, Trev.
Yeah, so you and I got South Florida. So we were the same there. VCU, High Point. All right, yeah, I guess we get that one too. And then Texas for me.
Texas. Yeah. Okay. So Trevor's got 4 possibility. And then you can do your Cinderella run.
We're just picking one for this, correct?
Yep, just one team that you think
I'm
has the
going
best
VCU,
chance.
the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, a university. Will live at the free throw line, make them pay.
Yeah, I already hinted at mine. It's High Point. High Point has it all going for them. And honestly, Wisconsin, they're a great team. They have a few holes that I've seen this year. I mean, the Gophers stuck with them. A bunch of Big Ten teams did. And then who does High Point play after that? It would be I'm completely forgetting.
I have our winner of Arkansas. Hawaii,
Arkansas,
most likely Arkansas.
Yeah, and either Arkansas, did they just win the SEC tournament? I completely
believe so, and then they've got John Calipari for.
Yeah, oh yeah. They have a great team.
Forget the long tenured Kentucky.
Yep.
Coach now turned to Arkansas.
Yeah. I just need some type of Cinderella run to happen. Like,
Hopefully.
you didn't have VCU actually going. That's just the one you're most confident on making a
Yeah,
Cinderella
just
run.
given the free throw
Oh,
kind
that's
of
my bracket.
preview
Yeah.
strategy thing.
Yeah.
No,
So
yeah, because come Sweet 16, I think my highest quick skim is a 6 seed. I don't really have anything crazy going on. Yeah,
which
6
makes
seed
sense. Yeah.
Tennessee, your team, ironically, and I
Yeah.
actually have them upsetting, Tennessee beating Iowa State Sweet 16. So I have
Mhm.
Tennessee making it to the Elite Eight, but then losing to on Michigan. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
For this
Perfect.
prediction.
Yeah, so there's our we'll keep monitoring this when the round of 64 is over. We'll have our results, see if we were right about any of these. But people remember, whoever had a collective better winning percentage in the round of 64 gets 3 points between Trevor and I here. So we'll have the brackets there. Yeah, March Madness. It's here. It's gonna be fun. All right. We need to make one more game prediction tonight. Wolves in Utah to play the Jazz. Nothing special here. The Wolves are coming off of a good win in which Julius Randle scored another 30 points. That's 2 games in a row where he scored 30. But the Wolves, obviously, all year we keep talking about it, have consistently played down, just like the Wild, have consistently played down to their competition. I would not be shocked if this game comes down to the final buzzer. The Jazz are 20-48. One of the worst teams in the league, obviously. Anthony Edwards still out. He'll be out for the next week or 2 or maybe longer. We don't know.
Hopefully not longer. I mean,
hopefully not, of course.
Early estimates are 1 to 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later.
I didn't get to watch the game because there was all 3 games going on last night.
Yeah,
but did
I didn't.
Jaden?
Go ahead.
Did Jaden have a good game last night? That's all I'm wondering.
He had his 5 fouls. Are we
Of
surprised?
course.
Not at all. 37 minutes, 16 points.
Okay.
Shot 6 of 12, 1 for 3 from 3.
So Ant out, Jaden getting more run and be more aggressive on offense. Love it. Dante DiVincenzo 0 for 6 from 3, 0 for 8 from the field. Awesome.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So we can never have a collective just okay game. It's always people are playing well, but then there's going to be 1 or 2 that are like, I didn't bring it tonight. But also, Io, I love watching Io play basketball right now. He's so active on defense, but he is driving the lane a lot. He's pulling up in mid-range, shooting the 3 ball decently. He's getting back into that groove that he kind of was on the Bulls. That's why we traded for him. He's had a few good games in a row now. Keep that up, Io. I think that's my biggest spotlight right here for the Wolves team currently, other than maybe Randall playing 2 good games in a row. I know Bones Highland played. I want to get your opinion.
Bones had a really good game.
Yeah, Bones. Yeah, he had a good game last
He was
night.
like the best overall, just like team player. Yeah. He was a plus 18, 22 points, 8 of 14, 4 for 8 from 3.
We can't talk about good performances without talking about Rudy's 19 boards he had.
Well, that's you in every game almost. Like another thing that obviously when you're known for your defense and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But just given how nice it is that Rudy Gobert is almost never in foul trouble either. Like he had 1 foul this game. Rarely does he have more than 3 threes. Usually like his high number. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, Gobert, the plus minus really doesn't show it. You and I didn't watch the game, so I think we're on the same page. Mostly focused on the USA game, and then I kind of had the Wild game in the background.
I watched the full Wild and then caught up through the USA game commercials. So yeah, we don't care about the Wolves on this show. I want to get your opinion real quick, Trev. Kyle Anderson played. I know Ant's hurt. The minutes are gonna be extended either way. But last night was a 3-man bench rotation between Naz Reid, Kyle Anderson. Anderson played 7 more minutes than Reid.
Well, I think Reid, I don't know anything about it, but I gotta believe, did he maybe re-aggravate that shoulder, get hurt?
I completely forgot about that. Maybe.
So that might be part of it too. But what's the question?
Well, are you good? Okay, I know it's a great veteran presence. I don't know how I feel about it yet. With Kyle Anderson playing a consistent 15, 17 minutes per game. It's not a ton of time, but it's but you could have more minutes from a bit more speed in
I
Clark,
like it
in
just more
Shannon.
defensively because you stick him in the corner
Yeah.
and you place point forward. I like playing him
Yeah.
because he doesn't turn it over. The Wolves
Mhm.
are so. I mean, even with acquiring Io,
Oh, yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
hopping off, but we don't have a true point guard now that we don't play Conley. Shannon really has had a down sophomore year. And then the only other guy you might play would be Jalen Clark, but even him is a rare player to play if you don't count garbage time.
Yep.
I'm kind of for playing Kyle Anderson. I mean, he's a smart player, he plays well.
Mhm.
Very rarely is he gonna like annoy the coaches or the fans or whatever. He's just a smart player you can always trust.
Yep.
He's fit in well. I'm okay with playing him. Now
Yeah.
it screws up the flow, or not the flow, the spacing
Mhm.
on the offense because teams will not defend him in the perimeter. Which why would you? But no,
Mhm.
I like playing him, and then you add the pick and roll. You're not really going to run it a lot, but at times you can get a few possessions like with when Rudy and Anderson are on the floor, right, with spacing
Yeah.
issues because Gobert can't shoot and neither can Slow-Mo, and then you only have three guys
Mhm.
that can shoot. No, I like it with the pick and roll aspect, smart player.
Yeah.
Especially when the offense is in like a dud, when you're trying to find a flow, he can kind of right the
Just a
ship.
good
I
facilitator.
like playing
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But then again, to your point, then it's taking away minutes from Shannon. But
I'd like to
Shannon, like,
in and out there, but it's just
but with Shannon's injury and
yeah,
because so he returned.
it just doesn't look
The
great.
the last game before injury was Christmas Day, December 25th,
Yeah.
and then he finally returned February 22nd. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games so far since returning. So from February 22nd to
No.
well, he didn't play in the Suns game. So in
Yeah.
the 8 games he played, OKC he only played garbage minutes. So I wouldn't even count OKC because he lost that game when he came in. He
Mhm.
only played a minute 46, but in the games he's played more than a couple minutes, or the minute totals
Well,
in
okay.
general.
No. Just wait. You have to count Orlando. His 8 minutes. Those were all garbage minutes. They got crapped on.
True.
The
Yeah.
Clippers game, they
Orlando
got blown
Lakers
out.
game bad.
The,
Yeah. So
most of yeah.
he's not even playing.
All of these are basically garbage minutes. Yeah. Like
Yeah. 12
and
against
then
Clippers. I guess that's legit.
well, they got crushed that
Philly.
game. Most of that was in the fourth
Oh,
quarter
true.
too.
Yeah.
They lost by 30. Kawhi had
But
50.
no,
Yeah.
I'm okay playing slow-mo. I'm okay with it.
There's both sides to it. I agree with the facilitating factor. He just there's something special about a guy that's just like his nickname says, slow-mo, just slow.
Yeah.
He can take time and just make the right pass, make the right read, and facilitate the offense and just get it flowing better. And just not turning the ball over. But yeah, there's both sides. I would like to maybe see Jalen Clark, Shannon get more minutes, but that's nothing for me to decide. So either way, let's get to our predictions. There's our standings. Trevor, okay. I'm sorry. I need to go back and note I forgot to mention this. I got the score prediction of the Wolves game last night. It's just the wrong way. I would have gotten it right. I said the Wolves won 116 to 104. We do it if you're within 3 points on each one. I was within 3 points, just flipped around. If I had the Wolves winning, I would have gotten a score prediction. But Trevor also, he said 116. And so he was only 4 points off on the other side of it. But also you were flipped, having the Wolves lose. Very close. I had to mention that. I forgot to mention it earlier.
I didn't catch that
Yeah, either way, Trevor, what's your Wolves prediction for tonight?
All right. I'm going to have them win again, kind of a team effort game. Nothing crazy. Should be a close game, 124 to 116.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have, so Bones obviously is going to play more with the injury and all.
Mm-hmm.
His season totals are averaging 7.5. Obviously, he scored 22 last night. So I think he'll play well again. Would you say this is fair if I say 14 or more points? Because that's double his season total.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was going to say you.
Here's the thing. He's also very, just like the inconsistency
Streaky.
we talked about, very streaky with his 3-point shooting. So if this is going to come true, you need him to be on tonight. It's a good one. All right. Now, okay, the Suns. Devin Booker had 34 last night. Before that, I mean, the Thunder didn't really have a standout guy. Shea only had 20, but Kawhi, 40 points. All these guys are putting mainly like the number one guy on these teams. They're putting up some big point totals. Okay. And just that's what I've noticed with the Wolves defense right now. It's kind of try to limit their one, but if you can limit everything else, you're gonna have hopefully a good chance to win the game. Lauri Markkanen, he is healthy,
He's
right?
injured.
Oh, he
No,
isn't. Okay.
he's injured.
Well, all right.
I'll double check. They actually,
Yeah,
just
he's
like the
injured.
Suns,
Yeah.
they've got quite a few injuries too.
Is
Yeah.
Kessler injured?
He is. Yep.
Oh,
So
jeez.
here, I'll fly it through. Ace Bailey, Keontae George, Conchar, Markkanen, Nurkic, Jaren Jackson Jr.,
Oh,
and
okay.
Kessler.
I have
So
it here.
they have like their G League playing it. Almost seems like
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the. Oh, you remember this guy? It doesn't look like he plays. I think he only spent 1 or 2 years at Kentucky. Oscar Tshiebwe.
Yeah. Well, he spent
He-
3 years, I think, because the horrible 15-2 upset loss. And then he was like, I can't end on that. So he came back,
Wait,
and then they
whoa,
lost.
whoa!
What?
Kevin Love is on this team.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He
know.
plays some I think 15 minutes a night. I just saw something about him the other day, but
Wow.
all right. My prediction though, Wolves won 112-96. If people remember the last time we played the Jazz, we lost, and Keontae George had a 40 bomb. And so Anthony is not there to guard him tonight. I know it would usually be Dante. I mean,
I don't
Keontae
think
is a
George is
smaller
playing
guy.
though.
Are you kidding
Injured.
me?
He's
No.
on the injury report. He played March 11th.
Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, so it's for injuries. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the report. Ace Bailey 1, George 2, Conchar 3, Markkanen 4, Nurkic 5, Jaren Jackson Jr. 6.
I
Kessler
forgot
7.
JJJ went there
You got
too.
Trey there.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So
Go
Kessler out.
Kevin Love will fall in love with some fan at the game, even though he's probably married. No.
Okay, so Ace Bailey, he's healthy. All right. I
Is
guess
he though? Concussion. Bailey concussion available Wednesday
is
against the
available
Girls.
for.
He's a plane. All right, you're good.
No, you know what? I was gonna make a Jazz prediction, but I just can't. I don't know what's going on in that
Yeah, just go
city or
Wolves.
state. What on earth is happening? Okay, I gotta switch gears here. Wolves prediction. I'm gonna stick with my
Or you
Randall
could get
thing.
creative with it. Be like the NBA referees will call a total of X amount of fouls.
Oh, jeez, I could, but I'm not a Randall hater, people. I'm half of me is a Randall hater. Randall will. I just can't see him having 3 30-point games in a row. Randall, 21 points or under. Is that fair? Yeah, that's his average of the year, 22 right now.
Yeah, and he's gonna be expected to score more. So
yeah,
if anything, this slightly goes against you, just because it's unless McDaniels is going, unless it's a complete balance scoring, which it kind of was against. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I can't see it 3 until he proves it. Until he can prove over an extended period he can score 25 a game, even with I'm talking with Ant on the floor. I can't do it. All right, there's our predictions though. We both got the Wolves winning, so go Wolves. Go Miami, Ohio, SMU, whoever's playing in the 16 seed game tonight. March Madness is upon us, people, and we are excited to bring you content for that. One announcement, people. We are giving away 2 Twins tickets to the Twins opening day game, section 107, row 6, right behind the Twins dugout. And March 27th, we will be selecting a winner for that, which is March 27th opening day, like for the whole MLB.
Well, I think the Yankees Giants are the primetime game, so I think they're like the day before. Let me quickly.
I don't even plan that if that's true. I didn't even plan that.
So loading.
Yeah.
25th is the only game. I think it's on Fox.
So yeah, people, go get your Twins opening day tickets. And yeah, we're announcing March 27th. 2 tickets. So take your girlfriend, take your boyfriend, take your dad, take your mom. 2 tickets, flexibility there. And if you wanted, you could come meet us at the game. Trevor and Bruce will be there in attendance, cheering on the 60-win Twins team. No, I'm kidding. I have faith that
When
we'll
they're
win 70 games.
60-0 at 60 games
There
played.
you go. Yeah. Either way, there's our predictions. There's the Twins ticket giveaway. Yeah. And we are logging off for this episode. Everyone, subscribe to the YouTube. It's really kicking up there. Let's keep it rolling. Keep on this momentum. It's great to see. We love it. And then go follow the Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Yeah. And everyone, more listener GM questions. I think tomorrow we're going to do an episode solely based on a bunch of listener GM, DMs on Instagram that I've gotten. So keep the listener GM questions coming. Questions about the show or Minnesota sports or sports in general. We'll answer them on here. Other than that, people have a good night. Have fun with March Madness tomorrow and in the near future. We'll see you tomorrow.